What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cisco and Mike podcast. And we've been gone for a while. I don't know, it's been a couple of weeks. And if you missed us as much as we missed you, hit that subscribe button. Today we have the king of Huntington Park.
That's right.
You can see him cruising down Pacific.
It is Sunday.
It is Sunday, that's true.
Sir.
He's selling out shows all over the country. He's been on HBO. He's been on Netflix. We got Jerry Garcia joining us today.
What is up?
What's up, bro? Welcome.
What's going on, bro?
Cisco and a kid, dog. I was expecting more like, children in here. But
Nah.
How's everything been going for you, man? You've been crazy. We've been trying to get you in
I
for a
know,
while.
bro. We've been trying to do this shit for a while, dog. But man, Sundays are bad, dog. Sundays está cabrón, güey. Usually that's my hangover day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trying to recover from the whole weekend. But now it's been everywhere, fool. Just working, grinding, dog. That shit never stops, fool.
Life on the road, bro. How's that?
Yeah, it can get exhausting, fool. I'm actually right now. Something Julio way. I was just telling you guys, I'm trying to take the month off, trying to stay local as much as possible, because that shit does get tiring, bro. Like I'm beat up and stuff a little bit, and fucking my kids, I forget how they look and shit, like, and they outgrowing me now and stuff. But yeah, dog, it's good to take little breaks, and I'm home right now for the next month, fool.
Man, that's pretty crazy. That's a life I don't know I can get used to. I've been traveling for work lately, and it's freaking exhausting. I don't know how you've been doing this for so long like that.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's the thing about shit what sucks with I mean, it's great. I'm not complaining. But what sucks is there's a lot of hurry up and wait. Like, you get to a place, you get an early flight because that's like the only flight available or the best flight available, or you want to get there and rest for a little bit, so you want to get there early. So you wake up early as shit, and then you get to a place, and then you just got to wait till nighttime, and just got to wait around, and there's like a lot of that, and that's what gets a little frustrating, dude, because obviously we perform at night. So let's say it shows at 8, I'm not going up to like 9:30, but I've been in town since like noon, just waiting around, it's hard, dog. It gets a little much for,
And then the time change?
Time changes. You're not home. You're freaking, you're hungry. You don't know what to eat. You don't know where to go. It's like, you got to drive around. You got Uber everywhere or watch. It sucks, dog.
Even the airport thing now, everything at the airport fucking sucks now, dude. It's getting crazy.
What do you mean?
Like, just flights in general. Well, first of all, flights in general are...
Well,
there's limited flights
or something, dog.
Nah, bro.
For me, like, the airport's like the easiest part. Like, I got the pre-check TSA. I got A-list, homie. I got first. I'm a pre-border, dog. I go up in front of the fucking military, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go up ahead of fat people, fool.
Bro, but even before that, dog, they have like 15 other categories before all that.
I'm trying, dude. I'm building up those miles, fool, and I'm trying to make the airport as easy as process. Like, I figured that shit out now, bro.
Okay.
Like, I park at the airport. I get my little shuttle. Like, I'm a member of the airport parking now, fool. So, like, you get little discounts.
Okay.
Straight to the shuttle, straight to my terminal, fool. And then I'm a pre-check motherfucker, so like I cut in front of everybody. No, eso sí, güey. Te digo, you gotta figure out a system, dog. The more you travel, you figure all that out, dude. And then, dude, I got it like time now where like I leave my house. I'm there at the terminal. I'm in like ahí en la sala de espera, güey. Like within the hour of leaving my house, fool. Like all that, I'm right there, fool. Like just have it timed perfectly.
Fool, but I don't see an advantage of fucking pre-boarding first. Because
it depends what airline you're flying.
Well, I'm saying, like, who the fuck wants to be stuck in the airplane waiting for everybody else to fucking get in?
The space.
No, bro.
Oh,
you're fighting for the space?
Yeah, the overhead. The overhead stuff. Luggage, first of all. And you do, bro. Trust me, dog. Like, you want to get in there first. You want to sit down. You want to chill. I'm a window guy, fool. So, I'm window, bro. Yo tengo mis pinches eye covers, dude. My everything, bro. My AirPods, dog.
Do you get the neck shit, too?
I'm in the window, dog. Just like, I'm done, bro. Like, I go to sleep before the plane even leaves, fool.
You got the neck pillow también y todo?
Got the neck pillow, compa.
Órale.
I got a funny ass story on my last trip a couple of weeks ago. I didn't tell you, huh?
No, fool.
So we had an emergency landing.
I've never experienced that.
I was barely starting to fall asleep and shit, right? So we woke up like at 3 in the morning because I had to pick up one of the guys that was going with me. And we got on the plane, we get there, whatever. Halfway on our flight, I just start hearing yelling and panic, right? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I look up. And so I guess now I know that they had diabetes and their blood sugar dropped.
Shit.
So they passed out. Shit. So the lady next to him, the guy fell on her, and she was like, hey, somebody, right? And so everybody starts panicking. It felt like a movie.
Nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
Nobody knew. So at first I thought, oh, shoot, somebody's trying to open the door or somebody's getting down. That's what's been happening, right? Yeah. That's the most common thing right now. I was like, there's no terrorist attack. We're going to Wisconsin. Why the fuck would they want to blow up Wisconsin and shit? So then people start panicking, and then you just start hearing, "Is there a doctor on the nurse?" And like a fucking movie, there was a doctor and a nurse, dog.
That's dope.
No mames.
Yeah, so they come out, they start treating them, they put the IVs in them. I didn't even know they had IVs on planes, but I guess they do.
Damn.
Next thing you know, you just hear the jet like start going faster. I'm like, oh shit, is this safe?
Jet, what the fuck were you flying in there?
Yeah, no
Well,
shit,
the plane
PJ,
phone,
bro.
the plane phone.
I said Jet. I was like, still get this.
Hey, fool, they
Get your
got-
Frontier Airlines over here, dog. Relax.
So yeah, so they were gonna stop. We stopped in like some out in the boonies in Texas, fucking small airport. I don't even know how the fuck
No
we landed.
manches, way.
Yeah, neta, we
Yeah.
see. And then I was like,
That's
oh
crazy,
shit.
bro.
EMTs come on. The person next to me throughout this the whole time
Knocked out.
knocked out.
Yeah.
When they woke up, I was like, you didn't see all that shit?
That's why you gotta take an edible food before you get on.
That's
Yeah,
what
I've tried the edible thing, fool, but yeah, you just get all drowsy all the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm really good at sleeping, fool. Like, I don't know if I would have slept through that, but I sleep through, like, turbulence. I sleep
Oh,
through
yeah.
people arguing, people, like, all this shit. I'm telling you, fool, like, I got the Air Max Pro, bro.
Nada.
La pinches, I'm done, fool. I'm out, dog. I'm out. And,
las almohaditas
'cause I
también.
try with other people, like, other comics, and they just trip out, like, fool, how can you just knock out and shit? I'm like... It's the, like, I don't know, fool, like, I just want to, like, escape from this shit and just knock out and wake up where my destination.
Yo me paniqueo, you know why? Porque I snore.
Ah.
I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
So I'm always like self-conscious. I'm like, si me
Yeah.
duermo, they're gonna be fucking staring at me. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
that makes sense,
So I'm always me pongo una pinche una algo en la cara, and if I notice my jaw drop, I me despierto. Güey. I'm like,
How the fuck do you notice your jaw?
because your mouth
feel
starts
it,
to
you
open,
feel it, yeah,
dude.
you
You're
relax.
holding on to it. You're like, and then you're like, oh shit, ya voy a roncar, güey. Mejor déjame calmo.
Just tell the motherfucker in the middle seat to give you an elbow to the fucking
Mira, güey, en vez
kidney,
de ponerte
dog.
las cosas aquí, güey, te las pones aquí, güey.
No, güey, voy a poner una pinche liga así
Oh, yeah, those-
para amarrarme la boca, güey.
and those football things, too, those
Yeah,
things
like,
work.
we have like una muela, güey, just amárrate la
Así me voy a amarrar. Yeah, but I snore, so I'm always self-conscious of that shit.
Yeah, I can see that, dog. I
Yeah,
can see
fuck
that.
that.
But I don't think people can hear that shit over the plane, because you still hear the plane.
Nah, I'm pretty loud.
Nah, people, I can
I'm
hear
pretty
people
fucking
snore,
loud.
fool. It is
I got in
weird.
trouble last night. We were watching a movie with my kids at my brother's house. And I knocked out. It was at 2 a.m. I was kind of buzzing it.
Yeah.
Hey, pa, that's ruining the movie. I was like, I'm fucking trying to sleep, motherfucker. But, yeah, I snore pretty loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, so yeah, I mean, it takes a toll. You've been doing this for some time now, right?
Yeah, 14 years now, dog. And gracias a Dios, way, like the last, probably 7, 8 years, dog, nonstop, full time. You know, the first 3, 4 years, figuring that shit out, you know, opening for fools, a lot of bar shows, local shows, little spots here, little spots there, little travel here, little travel there. Pero, fuck, dude, the Netflix thing dropped like in 2017, dog. So since ese momento, since 2017, a little bit before that, obviously, I was picking up some good steam, and the Netflix dropped with Chingo Bling. And once that thing, we went like on this fucking 3-month tour, just nonstop promoting it. And since then, bro, like once I went on that tour, saw a lot of the country, like I made a lot of like networking, met a lot of people, a lot of clubs. I got in with a lot of clubs. That's when it was on, fool. Then from there on, like I just started like going all this hardcore, like bad.
Is that something you always pictured, bro? Like, because you said 14 years, so I guess there's a lot of the comics we've had, they started like young. Like
Yeah, I wish
18,
I started young. I would have been famous before. Yeah.
Like, is that something you wanted to do? Is that something you...
I always wanted to do it, dog. Dude, ya estoy viejo, güey. Ya estoy viejo, güey. I'm 43 years old, dog. Estoy viejo. I started when I was 29, dude. And because it was like, it was like a little bit of a midlife crisis situation where like, fool, I'm about to be 30. I ain't shit. You know, I got kids. Like, my kids were babies at the time. Now they're teenagers. They were babies, man. My marriage wasn't going well, dude. There's a lot of fighting, unhappiness at home, and my job was like, it was cool, but it's not something I want to do forever. And, I was just like in a situation where I was lost. Y yo desde siempre, güey, throughout my whole, since probably like teenager, obviously 20s, I would tell everybody I want to be a comedian, I want to be a comedian, I want to be a comedian. And I got through life just being that funny guy in the crew with the homies. You know, that's how I would get girls, you know, making them laugh. And I was that guy, bro, throughout my whole 20s. And my job, like every job I had, they loved me because I was a funny guy. Oh, this guy's fucking, every supervisor, this guy's funny, man. Keep this guy, this guy's good. This guy's fucking funny, dude. And everywhere I went, I'm gonna be a comedian, man. I'm gonna be a comedian, dog. I'm gonna be a comedian. And my friends just got tired of hearing it, fool. Like, fool, that's all you talk about? You've never done it. You just talk all this shit. You're never gonna do it. Like, I've had all these friends tell me, dog, like, yeah, wait, yeah, you're gonna do it or shut up or put up, fool. Yeah. And it was one of those things where like, I'm gonna do it. Dude, when I was like 23, I would sign up and it never show up. And when I was 25, hey, fool, where's that comedy club? Fool, I'm gonna go hit it up. And I wouldn't go. And I was always an excuse, dude. It was always an excuse like, oh, no, I can't, fool. Oh, no, next time, fool. Oh, next week, fool.
Yeah.
It was that. And before I knew it, was like 29, late 29, I was about to be 30. And I'm telling you, my kids were little. They're like 1 and 2 years old, fool. And I was just like, bro, like, this is it. This is it for me, dog. Like, that's it. Like, married, 2 kids. Fuck. And I tried it for one of my friends from work. He like, hey, bro, there's this comedy club, North Hollywood, the Hot Comedy Club. I see there's a sign out there that says amateur contest, amateur night, comedy contest. Fool, I'm going to sign you up, bro. Like, you got to show up, dude. And he signed me up, fool, and I showed up. And, fuck, I was horrible. I sucked, fool. But just being on that stage, like, I felt like this is it. This is my calling, bro. Like, this is where I belong, fool.
That was a moment.
Yeah, that was a moment, fool. Like, I got a couple giggles. People come here, a couple of strangers laugh, and I was like, oh shit, it's on, fool. Like, this is it. This is what I want to fucking do.
Yeah.
Then I just kept going back to that club. That every night, every day at 5 p.m. they have open mic, which is anybody could go on. Anybody.
Yeah.
Pagas tus 5 bolas, way, and you get 5 minutes, fool. From 5 to 7, and then the real show starts at 7:30, right? So from 5 to 7, that's still today, fool. If anybody wants to go, so 5 to 7, you should go. You sign up, you pay $5. You get up there, you give you 5 minutes, you talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. It's only comedians, no real people in there. It's like 20 comics in there, fool, hanging out, drinking. And I would go up there, try my shit, and then you start meeting like other comics, fool. Like you start like talking to them, like asking, hey, fool, so what you think? Or what, and then you're all just figuring it out together. Because a lot of those comics are new also. Yeah. So they're all just like, we're all figuring it out together, fool. Yeah. And luego llegan real comics, entran real comics a veces to try out their shit. And so, fool, I've seen this fool on TV. Oh, that's a fool that opens up for fucking this dude. Oh, that fool opened up for George one time. Oh, that fool opened. And you're like, oh, shit. That's like their credit. They walk in, they're all bad motherfuckers, like, I'm a bad. They get up on stage and shit, they do their thing. They fucking suck, fool. Well, sometimes they suck because they're trying out new material, right? They're trying out new jokes. I didn't realize. So I would be like watching these fools. I'm like, damn, like he's fucking whack. And then, he's like reading his notes, y la chingada, whatever, fool. But then I realized, like, oh, that's how they practice. Like, that they're practicing right now, fool. They're figuring that shit out. And then, so it made me feel better that I suck too, because I was sucking. Yeah. So I was sucking, and I was like, well, they suck, and they're pros. I suck, and I'm new. I guess this is where you figure this shit out. Yeah. And that's everything started clicking for me, dog. Like, cause I'm from HP, dog, born and raised. Like, I had never left. Yo no salía de esa pinche área, güey. Like, Pacific. No salía de la Pacific, güey. Like, I just know that hood. I don't go to Hollywood, fool. Like, I don't go out that way. So that was all new to me. Everything was like a learning experience, fool. And then little by little, like, started getting better, and he started, like, meeting fools. They're like, oh, I got a bar show over here. Oh, I got a bar show over there. I got a bar show in El Monte. I got a bar show in Pomona. I got a bar show here. And I'll be like, I'm there, fool. I'm there. And I would just show up. And then before you know it, dog, like, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and making people laugh. And it was on, fool. This is 2009, 2010, 2011. By 2011, I started, like, opening for like big names and shit, like Willie Barcena, Jeff Garcia, Steve Trevino. Like, I started meeting all these fools at the clubs, and they're like, hey, you want to come with me? You want to go to Phoenix with me? You want to go to San Diego? You want to go to Sacramento? You want to go to San Jose? I'll be for free, dog. Like, I wasn't getting paid, dog. I'll just go with them. And I just open in like 5 minutes. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
I got a question. You mentioned que estabas casado antes de start, and you were going through rocky marriage and all that, right? Yeah. Once you started doing comedy, bro, did that also affect that part of your life? It's kind of like,
yeah, eventually, honestly, yeah, full. La neta, sí, güey. So, cause of my wife, who I'm my ex-wife now, who we're cool, we're fucking cool, dude. We were both going through different parts of our lives, dog. Like, she wanted her own career, she wanted to do her own thing, and I was lost, and so I was like, yo, man, there was a lot of fighting, arguing at home, and I was like, a lot of that, like. I was like, hey, I want to try comedy. She's like, well, yeah, just go out of the house, do what you got to do. It's basically get it out of your system. She thought, like, just go get that shit out of your system. Try it out. In her mind, I know, like, she didn't say it out loud, but I know in her mind was like, he's going to fail. He's going to get out of his system. Everything's going to go back to normal kind of shit. But no way, like, it was after a while, she was like, damn, you're still sticking with this? I'm like, yeah, I'm still sticking with it. And then, sure enough, I started going on the road. And yeah, stuff like kind of like, this is what I want to do, man. And it was just kind of like started. It's just kind of like falling, you know. But I don't know, like it's weird, fool. Like it's but now like our relationship is like really strong, fool. Like we're very strong co-parents and we're like good friends, and I know it's a trip how life works, fool. Sometimes
that's one thing I tell him all the time, that sometimes like you can have friendships, bro. You could have best friends for life, you know, girlfriends that you think you're gonna marry, you're gonna be with forever, wives, whatever. Sometimes you just grow in different directions. You know what I'm saying?
Grow in different directions.
Or you guys just have different career paths. She wanted a career, you wanted something else. You were looking for something that was gonna make you happy.
Yeah.
And now that you found it, it makes that relationship with her now easier. You know what I mean?
Exactly, fool.
So,
exactly.
It's a different type of relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well,
it's
at the same time,
relationship.
but at the same time, there's co-parents that can't. You know, they're still having issues, and that's because they have issues with themselves still to this day. Like for example, his ex-wife could have been mad because he actually did make it.
Yeah.
You know, but she doesn't have that. She probably has her career and everything, and everybody's both happy. So
yeah, she's a paralegal, like works for a big attorney in Beverly Hills, fool. Like a motherfucker, an attorney, those pinches, they Kanye West and that shit. These motherfuckers, she's like a big fucking in that shit, fool. She's all about that life, fool. So she's like happy where she's at, and then Dude, we even talked about like, fool, like why can't, like we get along so well, like we should like try this again, but at the same time we were like both answer for each other, like nah.
Once it goes there, it's like nah.
Yeah, once it goes there, it's like it gets weird, like nah. Cause we're both happy where we're at, fool. Like I don't know, I guess. And then she's proud of me, I'm proud of her. It's a trip, fool. People have a hard time believing that, but it really is like that, dude. Like it really is like. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like she's always like sending me like, yo, man, my friends keep talking about you. That saw you on TV. They went to go see your show. Yo, man, hook them up or this and that. Tell them I said hi.
You should be like, well, you hooked me up.
Yeah, for real, dog. Hook me up. But yeah, that's a trip, fool. Like we're just both cheering for each other. It's weird, dog, but it works. It works.
That's dope.
Yeah, it doesn't work for everybody, but man, if it does, it's dope.
Yeah, for
100%. The reason I asked because he mentioned obviously que estaba casado, but I also a lot of your comedy is based around your kids and like, the relationship with, like you talk about a stepdad and you know what I'm saying. So it's funny because anybody coming from the outside will be like, damn, this would probably hate his baby mama. But nah, you know, it's not. You saying it's not like that, which is cool.
No, it's not that. And well, at least on stage, I never say anything negative about either of my baby's mamas. The court orders, you know.
That's what I was gonna say. You were fucked from the beginning. She's a paralegal, fool.
For Beverly Hills,
she knows what I can and can't say legally. Nah, but I've never made them part of my, because I have really nothing to say like about them. And I tell them like those, if I think of something funny, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run it by you, but I will do it. Like if I think it's funny, it has to be funny, obviously, right? So like right now, I haven't really figured anything out. What I thought was funny was like that guy she was dating for a while, the stepdad trying too hard, trying to be a dad, trying to step in, and I'm like, "Well, dale, chingale, caron. Like, you want to be a dad to my kids? Go for it, fool. Like, you know, I just took that like angle. Like I thought that was funny, right? Like the guy who instead of gets jealous, what if you don't get jealous? What if you encourage it? Like, yeah, fool, let's do this shit, dog. Like give him money, dog. Like, you know, like
so Domingo
buy him shit, dog. You know, like it's all good. Like so that's how I took that route. I just thought that the guy kept. It was a true story, basically. Like my kids were smaller at the time, or again they're teenagers right now. At the time they were like 9, 10, 11, and they would like show up to the house and they would have money in their pocket and shit. And they're like, "Hey, Dad, can we go to the movies?" And I'll be like, "Nah, dog, I'm broke right now, Alicia. I'm broke right now." Like, "Oh, we got money, man. We got money." I'm like, "Whoa, where'd you get this money, dog?" Like, "Oh, Tony, man. Tony gave us money." And I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, "All right, let's go, fool. Let's go to the movies." At first, I like check myself. Mikey, should I get mad or not? Nah, let's just go. Fuck it, let's go to the movies. Dog. Popcorn on him, fool, extra large.
Thank you. Tell Tony thanks.
Yeah, thanks, fool. And so that it just turned into that situation and shit. But yeah, fool. Every time I talk about real shit, dog. Everything, of course, like exageras way, and you make it your own and shit. But it's fun, dude.
That's fucking funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh at that shit, especially some people that have gone through it are probably gonna relate to it. I relate to it, so I was like, fuck.
It's super relatable. Yeah, when we're at the Ontario show, right?
Yeah.
We're fucking cracking up. And
that's what.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. You guys this show.
Yeah, I was cracking up with that shit. But it's one of the funny things is that a lot of people use our culture, being Mexican comedians or things like that. But you use like the whole parenting thing. Yeah. And now that your kids are teenagers, how do they take it? How do they see it?
They're all about it, fool. Like, they get this. They've grown with me with this, fool. Like, they've been there since a get, bro. Like, so obviously they're in high school now, fool. Like, they get it, fool. Like, all their friends ask them about it. Like, how is it, and dude, they understand the process, fool. Basically, yo les explico, güey. I go, look, man, I talk about you guys, but because because I think it's funny. We share some funny stuff and people relate to this shit. Yeah. And I think they get it, fool, because they talk with their friends and their friend, they know what their friends are going through at home, you know, with broken homes, with their dads, with their moms, with their mom's boyfriend. They get it. They hear all these stories, and they'll share some of those stories with me, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. I think I could say that on stage, kind of shit. Like, that's pretty dope. So they get the process, fool. And obviously, they've been to shows where, you know, I've had to take them. They were at my HBO special taping. They were there. So they get everything that goes behind the scenes. They get all the behind the scenes shit. Like, oh, that's how you do it. They see me at home writing down jokes. They see me at my desk at home just writing shit. And then I'll run it through them. Like, hey, what do you think about this? You know? Like, I'm doing jokes about them being teenagers right now. So I'm talking about the slang that they use. You know, dead ass and drip and bussing, and you know, that's just slaps. And they guys, all that shit. They're like, you're doing too much. I'm like, fucking tell that to the judge, fool. Like, what are you talking about? So like all these talks, you know. So right now I'm writing all this shit. Y les pregunto, like, hey, fool, what do you think? Like, this is funny or what? Oh, that's funny, Dad. That's funny. And then so they're part of the process, basically.
That's dope.
So it makes them accept whatever the hell I'm saying up there.
Does that make it funner for you? Like, you're actually bonding with your career. You know, a lot of people don't get to bond.
It does make it cool, dude. Like, they're being so cooperative. It does fucking help, fool. Has
any of them come up to you and been like, I want to be a comedian?
Well, my oldest wants to be an actor, not a comedian. He's into, like, first he was into, like, filmmaking. Like, oh, filmmaking is cool. And then now he wants to be in front of the camera and stuff like that. So he's into that. And then the middle one is an introvert. I say, wait, no, I'm good, fool. I'm chilling. I don't want to come out on your skits. I don't want nothing, fool. Like, there's all that one kid, fool. Okay, like, the emo, right? And then el más chiquito también, he's all about it, fool. Like, he wants to, Dad, I want to model. I want to act. I want to rap. I want to do it. He's trying to figure it out, you know. He wants to do everything. And he's like a little hype beast, bro. Like, I'm down. Let's do it. So I don't know. None of them say they want to be a comedian, but they do like the entertainment part of it, for sure.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. I wish I was around that shit. Like we talked about it before. Like, for us, like, even same thing with you. Like, you didn't start till you're 29, so breaking into the business was hard. Like, comedy clubs, I only knew the improv. That's it. That's when I was growing up. You know, I didn't know they had like Bellflower, all these laugh factors. Pretty much every city, even small bars.
Yeah, I didn't know about the small bar shit, but I did at early age. Sí sabía que había comedy clubs.
Oh, well, you did, yeah.
You're friends with them, right? Jeff Garcia?
Yeah.
Yeah, ese güey creció en La Puente.
Yeah.
Entonces, I grew up in Monte, in Baldwin Park. Y yo lo conocí a él through some camaradas that went to the same school that he went to.
Yeah.
He used to perform at Café Latino, and I don't know if you remember. It probably got taken out when we were younger. Pero cuando yo estaba...
Casa Latina, ¿no?
Casa Latina,
Café Latino, I was like, what the fuck?
Montebello?
Rosemead.
Yeah.
It was in Rosemead, se llama San Gabriel, Rosemead, San Gabriel.
Por ahí, yeah.
Ajá. Y ahí fue donde yo empecé.
That was before my time. Those fucking shows are hot, though.
Yeah. Pero había un chingo de...
Bikers, you said, right?
Bikers and fucking gang members y todo eso.
I heard, fool.
Pero estaban chidos. That was my first...
Hey, fool, if you can make it there, dog, you can make it anywhere, fool.
No, that's what it was. That's the stories I hear from those fools, dog. Like, they'll get chased and fucked with. And, bro, I'm like, I can't imagine, dude. Like, I mean, damn, I guess that shit must have been crazy, dude. But
has that shit happened to you?
Yeah, but not as often anymore, bro. Like, I mean, those type of situations don't work. Like, gente va to have a good time now, fool. Right. Back in the day, I guess people just didn't know how to react to these type of situations, right? Before, like, it was just more like agapalo, talking shit on stage. But now it's more like the people get it's an art, you know, like, oh, we're going to go see someone be funny. Antes it was like, fuck a ver, who's next? What the fuck's going on here? We're talking about that's early 2000s, you know, Latinos, Mexican shit, you know, like. So this is all kind of new for us.
And also offended también la gente cuando
se ofende, güey.
You talk shit to them. You're like, dude, they're fucking comedians.
And you're talking about the older days too, fool. We're like less PC, dog. So you're talking about like, oh, look at this FAG, look at this GAY dude, look at this fucking NIG guy, and you're like this, that. Like, esos tiempos, you could say those things, fool. You know. And like at first there was like certain line you cross, but now you can't even go there at all, obviously, right? So like people are literally get that, and they're there to get entertained. But we're talking about when Jeff Garcia, Willie Barcena, and all these guys were coming up.
Yeah.
Like they were going through some crazy shit, dude. Like talking to real fucking connected cholos and stuff, and trying to make real gangster ass fools laugh. Yeah, está cabrón, güey.
That's where Jeff Garcia got his cholo jokes, huh?
Está cabrón.
Cholo?
You lived with them for a while, huh?
No, I didn't live with him. No, I opened for him for a long time.
You opened for him.
Yeah. I opened for him for like 3 years, dog. And man, yeah, it was good times and some fucking crazy times, but yeah, dog, I learned a lot. He taught me how to be like ruthless on stage, fool. Like not to give a fuck, to give no fucks on stage. That's what Jeff taught me more than anything, dog. Like go anywhere. Like we used to go to bar shows in the middle of nowhere, fool, like fucking Fontana y la chingada, way. And then bar shows, hole in the wall, también, way. Again, just a bunch of drunk ass fools, not giving no fuck. Yeah, like worse than Chatterbox. Chatterbox is nice compared to this shit. But I remember he would like leave me. He would perform and hype everybody up. Everybody would fucking kill it. He'll kill it. Everybody's fucking having a great time. He'll be up there for like 30 minutes, and he goes, "All right, Jerry, you're next." And then I'll come up there after him, fool. And then just like leave me up there. People were like over it. People were like, I'm obviously not as funny as him, So people were just like, ugh, what the fuck? Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm from Huntington Park, and what's going on? And I was, oh my God, just dying up there, fool. But he taught me, like, you just keep going, fool. Just keep going, fool. Keep talking. Keep fucking fighting up there until you get those. He wouldn't get me off the stage until I get like a hard laugh. So I would have to work, that's and it's just crazy. Like, yeah, and I'm full. I'm dying. People are like, get off the stage, you fucking suck. Yeah. Bring Jeff back up. Jeff, come get your boy. She fucking sucks, fool. Like, damn, I'll just be like, hey man, what's up, babe? So I don't know what I would say out of my ass. I can't even think of the shit I was saying coming out of my ass. Just trying to figure it out up there, fool.
Simón.
Y esos, at the time, you're like hating life, but later on you appreciate it. Like, fuck, that's dope, man. That's fucking badass.
It taught you a lot.
Yeah, now I can perform anywhere. Me vale madre, güey. Because I've seen that. I've seen this shit. I've seen this worst shit,
But tú tienes un distinct style. I was telling him before that. Yeah. One of the styles I like, I could tell where you're from.
Yeah.
Because us growing up here, right? You grew up here. There's East LA.
Yeah.
And then there's South Central.
Yeah.
And then there's the rest of the areas. And then there's HP and
Southgate, homie.
Southgate.
I lived in Southgate, bro.
Southgate, but he only lived there for like 2 days.
Hey, fool,
it was a great weekend.
We used to go to Potreros.
That was a spot, dog.
Potreros is shit, dog. That's good, eh? Yes.
So, growing up, todos decimos we're Chicanos or Mexicanos or whatever until you start meeting people from other areas. And you know that you're from South Central, you're from HP, you know you're from East Los. Just the way we say shit.
Yeah.
And you bring that estilo to your comedy because you say fool a lot. I used to say fool a lot too.
Yeah.
Hey fool, hey fool, hey fool.
People have told us, like, hey, you guys use that shit a lot. Like, they're like, how many times they count how many times we fucking say fool?
Yeah, we got that. Hey, how many times did Mike fucking say fool?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I'm trying to like tape it también, because that was my whole shit for a while también. That Felipe Esparza uses it. He's the main fool. But he's the OG fool.
But Felipe, in all offense to Felipe, I love that fool, but I was like, hey, fool.
He has his own style, fool. Yeah, he has his own style.
No, hey, shout out to Felipe, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah. My shit, I try to mix it up with some dicks and dudes and hey Dick, what's up, Dick? Yeah, I just thought Dick was a little too vulgar because honestly, HP is more of a dick than fool. We say Dick a lot. What's up, Dick? What's up, Dick? At least 90s, early 2000s.
We said that shit
What's
too.
up, Dick? But then. Yeah, again, it got a little too vulgar, and then so like fool feels a little bit more safer, right? Like more, it's like saying bro. Yeah, it's like saying dude. It's fool, so like we say fool, but it's a trip because everywhere I go, like I've been all over the fucking country, gracias a Dios, and everywhere I go, people are like, dog, just the second you went up there, we knew you were from LA, dog. Just, as soon as you first say the first word, dog, you're LA. And then obviously going around the country, going back to like Phoenix and Texas, New Mexico, Colorado. You run a lot of transplants from LA that now live there, and so these motherfuckers come up to me like, "Yo, bro, you sound like my home, bro. Like I miss home. Like you made me miss LA, dog. The way you talk up there, and that's a big compliment, fool.
Exactly. Like, that's what I was trying to say. Like that stilo right there, like you can't fake it, fool.
Yeah, nah.
There's fools that go up there and try to be like, you know what I'm saying, or fool way. You can't. Yeah. It's in your accent. It's in your voice. And the way you fucking react to shit. So that's cool, dog. Like, don't change that shit.
Claro, no,
that's just fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, no, and trust me, dude, like, I go to places where, like, you do kind of, like, not white it up a little bit, but, like, just clean it up. Basically, I'm still myself, I just gotta speak slower so people can understand what the fuck I'm saying sometimes, bro. But yeah, it's hard. At the end of the day, I can't change this shit. It's what I am for.
That's dope.
Is that important to you? Like being authentic when you're on stage?
No way. And that's one thing. That's advice that I give to a lot of comics, fools. Like you gotta be authentic, fool. You gotta be yourself. People gotta buy what you're selling on stage, bro. Like we could see fake shit, dog, a mile away, dog. Fools like trying too hard, talking too like. There's some guys that like comics in general. Like when they're starting off, they're trying to find themselves and they're trying to be somebody who they're not. And that's we could see through it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a good-looking guy talking about he can't get laid, right? Or an ugly-ass motherfucker talking about he gets bitches. Like, bro, like, no one's buying this. Just because he wants to do a sex joke or a dick joke or he has to like, oh, so I was fucking his trick the other day. No, you're not. No, you were not, fool. Like, at least you wouldn't say it that way,
hey,
right?
Fool, he left out the part where he paid for it, dog.
Exactly, right? Like, come on, dude. Or the good hot dude up there, biche, buenote guy, todo, biche, pretty boy. You know, it's hard finding girls. Oh, I haven't got laid in 3 months. Like, fool, shut the fuck up. Fool, like, no one cares. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, people are not buying what you're selling. Yeah. So be who you are, fool. Like, I don't go up there talking about, like, oh, I fucked this bitch. I'm fucking this. Oh, so I was fucking this other bitch, right? I don't go. That's not how I live, bro. That's not who I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Of course I get laid here and there, fool, but that's not the point. The point is that's not my life every day, fool. So I talk about what real shit is, what I really go through, you know? Yes, of course I get turned down. I shoot my shot and girls say no. Sometimes I get lucky. Yeah, it happens, fool, but that's besides it. We want to relate, fool, to people, dog. Yeah. Just want to relate to people, dude.
Is there a lot of comedy groupies?
Sí, güey, pues la neta sí, güey. ¿Para qué te digo que no? Sí, güey.
I ask this to every comic, man. Do you express yourself up there? Is that like you expressing some of your feelings and the shit you're going through?
Yeah, especially with the event I do about my kids and stuff like that. It's like a vent. It's venting. And it is because they do frustrate me, you know. As much as you love the kids, they're fucking frustrating, dog, right? They do a lot of dumb shit. They make you waste all this fucking money. They don't finish their fucking food. They want cheese on their fries. Fuck these kids, dog, you know what I'm saying? So it is a vent, bro. But at the end of the day, it's like what all parents go through. We go through all this shit. The next thing we wake up and we do it all over again, fool, right? Yeah. They leave the fucking lights on. They're slamming the shit out of the doors. They don't turn off the TV. Like, motherfucker, have you seen the light bill, fool? Like, what the hell? What's going on, fool? You know, they want to sleep with the AC on all night. Like, fool, come on, dog. Like, you can't live like this, dog. You're not even throwing in on this shit, fool. You know, they're just bad roommates, and you know, all that's frustrating as a parent. But at the end of the day, we fucking love those motherfuckers. So there is a lot of shit. All that stuff that I'm seeing on stage is real frustration. That just turn it into funny. Just turn it into funny.
That shit was funny because I was watching a special the other day. And I did it on purpose. I did it while my girls were I got 2 teenage girls, like a 15 and a 14.
Oh, that's my kids, 15, 14 boys.
I was hearing that. So le puse de adrede, dije, ¿sabes qué? Because I had already seen it, and I know what you talk about. You talk about like the kids shit. Yeah. And I was like, estos cabrones no hacen caso. Estos cabrones no entienden. So voy a ponerlo, and I'm going to just laugh at all the parts that relate to them.
Yeah, real shit.
And then I started doing that shit, bro, and me estaban dando los ojos, like, because they're hearing it. Yeah. And they're like,
yeah.
And I'm like, and I would laugh hard for it, and I would just look at them, like, that's what I'm living right now.
And what they said, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Why? I was like, yeah, just listen.
That's not even true.
Yeah, so that's just funny, bro.
Yeah. And that's the whole point. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, sometimes you don't even have to be a parent, dog. We all know fucking kids. We've all been around kids, your cousins, your nephews, you know, grandparents, whatever the fuck.
But you don't gotta tolerate those fools, dog.
Yeah,
they're not your kids.
Those are part-time.
Even that, bro. We've been kids. We know how we can be.
How we were and shit. Yeah.
For real.
So yeah, a lot of that is self-expression. It's, you know, it's great, man. It's creative writing, bro. It's everything, bro. Like, that's what comedy is so beautiful, fool. Like, it's like you bring this, you paint this picture, and then people are, by laughing, that means you're connecting, fool. So it's a beautiful feeling, dog. It's dope.
Man, that's the first time somebody's expressed it that way.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, the way you just said it right now.
Pues la neta, güey.
It's like a painting, dog.
Sorry about that.
You know what? I'm gonna start going to houses. I'm gonna start putting like a thing that says, hey, if you have a fucked up household, let me know. I'm gonna start taking notes for comedy, fool.
Yeah.
Just say, don't mind me. This is for a good program.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, but you know what's hard about comedy for me? Like, we've both wanted to do stand up at some point. We're thinking about.
I still want to do it.
Yeah, me too.
I want to try it.
We want to like. I mean, people have scared us with the open mic things. They say it's freaking like it's one of the.
But that's just the.
It's part of the.
That's popping your cherry, bro. Like the first time having sex, like, oh my god, I gotta put my dick in that. What? That's crazy. That's just basically that, fool. Like it's great, fool. You know.
And then, but the hard part is when I start thinking about writing jokes, right? And then I hear some other people talk about shit that's like, fuck, why didn't I think of that?
I go through that shit all the time. I hate watching other comedians on stage. Like, I don't watch a lot of comedians on stage. Only, like, my friends who I will speak to after the fucking set and tell them, hey, oh, this is dope, this is cool. But if it's a comedian, like, I don't really know or I don't really follow, I try not to watch, bro, because I don't want to get any ideas from anybody. Like, I don't watch comedy specials unless I'm, like, a huge fan or I know the fucking comedian, right? So, like, I'm a big fan of, like, Sebastian Maniscalco, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., and then I got the homies who have specials, like Jesus Sepulveda, Jesus Trejo, Orlando Leyva. Like, I got guys who I know. I watch their special, fool, obviously to support, to fucking give them, like, to judge it, you know, to tell them, hey, this is dope, this is not, this is cool. But any random comedian, I don't watch it, fool, because I'm like, nah, fool, I'm gonna get nothing out of that, fool. Like, I don't want no ideas to come into my fucking...
Yeah,
so that's what I was going to ask. Is that hard, bro? Because, like he said, I think that maybe en un punto tratas de decir un joke, and you start thinking, like, esta madre, maybe somebody else said it. How do you guys fucking work with that? Like, how do you know that you're doing something that hasn't been said? Or even if it has, you're doing it in your own way, like without being plagiarized.
I know, it's hard. It's a fine line, bro. But at the end of the day, the easy answer is if you really lived it, then it's your shit. Like, you really fucking lived it. I really have 3 kids. I really have 3 kids. They really had a stepdad. Like, just as an example, right? Simone. If it's a real shit, nothing can take that away from you, right? Now, if I'm talking about fucking a daughter or something like, bro, that's not my life. I don't have daughters, fool. Like, that's why I don't talk about, like, girl stuff. Like I don't live that life.
Simone.
But I know it's just fine lines, bro. Like, it's hard, but but there's also, like, general topics, right? Like current event topics, for example, right? So now there's current events. You want to talk about, like, for example, let's talk about Biden. Let's see what Biden fucking took another fall today. A bunch of comics have talked about that, right? But hey, fool, there's always a new way to say shit. Like, the way you're gonna write your joke. Oh, Biden was tripping today, literally, whatever the fuck, right? For example, all right. That's fine. That works. Fool, it's a fucking joke that you wrote. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just start with what you know, and just talk about what you know. That's the simple answer is that. Talk about what you know. Don't talk about other shit that you don't know about, and that's how you're gonna start pulling from other people's shit. Porque no sabes, güey. Yeah, yo por eso no hablo de la política, güey. Porque yo no sé de política, güey. Right? So, if I start talking about politics shit, it's going to be hard for me to stay original because I don't know about that shit. I'm going to have to, like, pull. Let's pull from here, let's pull from there. And that's where you get yourself in trouble, dog. All right? So, it's just simple shit like that. But at the end of the day, just talk about what you know. About who you genuinely are. Anything like that, for whatever that fucking shit is. It could be about you fixing your car. It's about you going to the store. It's about you going shopping for your brand new Jordans. Whatever the fuck you want to talk about, as long as it's your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's it.
No, that's how you do your comedy, right? There's other people that do, like, mix it up. Is there any unwritten rules, bro? Like, we all saw what happened with, Mencia, right? Yeah. Is there any unwritten rules about, like, hey, dog, or do comedians confront other comedians? Hey, that's pretty similar to someone else's.
It happens all the time, fool. It happens all the time. Like, I've been, like I've had fools come in like, hey, fool, you talk about, like, these kids and this and that. I talk about my kids like this, too. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, that's cool, man. That's your kids. I talk about my kids. But there are, like, fine lines that se mueven, way. As long as it's not blatant, fool, like, basically, like, Mencia got in trouble because he said a joke verbatim. Yeah. Verbatim, bro. Yeah. And that's where you get in trouble, fool. Like, there was proof. People were, like, saying, oh, no, that was this guy's joke. This guy said it first. And so and I guess he was hit up about it, warned about it, and I guess he still did it. I think that's all that different drama. Yeah. Well, behind the scenes, yeah, bro, like, a lot of comics hit up other comics and be like, hey, fool, like, I talk about that shit. I'm trying to think of something like that with me where, like, I guess I don't know about stepdad shit, but like things just in general with kids, fool. Like they like, oh yeah, I have a joke like that about my kid, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, dude. Like, I don't know. I just talk about my kids, fool. Like, let's talk. You have kids, I have kids. It is what it is, fool. Like, as long as it's not like the same fucking setup and punchline, fool. I hear that people say my shit sometimes. Like, I hear people talk about the stepdad stuff. Like, oh yeah, I heard some other jokes. So dude's talking about his kid having a stepdad. I'm like, oh, well, if his kid does have a stepdad and he has some stories to say about that, hey, fool, you know. But it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it, though. Like, as long as it's not literally saying my joke, you know.
Simon.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's a lot of little fucking line speak.
Yeah. What do you feel the state of comedy is at right now, dog? Like,
it's definitely fucking growing, bro. It's definitely growing. Obviously, social media, bro, the TikToks, the Reels, bro, making shit, man, making stars of a lot of us, except me. I'm still doing my shit, dog. Like, I don't like to share a lot of my material for a lot of some of the same reasons. I don't like to share a lot of my material on the IGs because, you know, shit gets stolen and shit gets grabbed. And, but so a lot of these comics, what they're doing is they're putting up a lot of crowd work material.
That's what I was gonna tell you right now. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, so which is a smarter way because that's off the cuff, right? Mm-hmm. Off the cuff, and that's pretty dope. Now I don't really do a lot of crowd work. That's my issue. I write jokes. I stick to my material. I'm a joke writer. So, but I do to survive up there. Sometimes you do have to fuck with the crowd, right? Just up there, just to change it up a little bit, mix it up a little bit. But I don't rely on that, and I don't really do a lot of it. So that's why I'm not really posting a lot of my material of me fucking with the crowds. But it's making stars of a lot of guys who are doing great out there. Man, shout out to the homie Ken Flores, Rene Vaca, and one of my homies, Ralph Barbosa, fool. And these guys are just blowing up, selling out everywhere. And it's great. They use social media as their weapon. They're capitalizing on it, fool, and it's a beautiful thing to see because it gives everybody else here hope, including myself. Like, oh, bro, we're doing it. We're moving forward, fool. And the more people come out to comedy shows, the more better, fool. If you come to like a Rene Vaca show, people are gonna be like, what else is out there? Who else is out there? And then that's when people like us, we all get love. My sales have gotten up, fool. I'm selling out more and more everywhere I go, fool. More than I did last year. You know, I'm selling way more tickets this year than last year. Looking at my numbers. So it works. It helps for everybody, bro. It helps everywhere.
Something I was talking about the other time, too. For a while, man, I'm a huge fan of comedy. And before COVID, like, we'd hit up comedy shows and everything. Then it kind of stopped. And then once COVID ended, I started going out again. And it seemed weird. Like, the state of comedy seemed weird. Like, I didn't think people were being funny. I don't know why. I was like, is it me or is it, you know?
A lot of the same shit.
Is it my taste? Yeah. And then this past year, I started like watching more of like you said, the people you mentioned, Jesus Sepulveda, and it reignited that passion that I had for watching comedy again, bro.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it is changing a lot, and it's changing for the better.
For me, and it's for dope the pandemic, to watch, bro. And like, it reset my batteries, dog. Like, I pretty much scratched everything and started all over. I wrote a lot of pandemic jokes, which helped get the juices flowing again. And that's the problem. It was a good and a bad thing. Because everybody was talking about the pandemic. Everybody. We all had our jokes about the fucking COVID and the pandemic. So I think that got people a little tired.
Maybe you're right,
hearing that shit. Subconsciously, fool, like, coming out of the pandemic, 2021, 2022, like, that's all comics talked about, including me, bro. Like, I had like a 15 minutes of I thought it was fire-ass pandemic jokes. I had fun writing pandemic jokes. Like, I was writing a bunch of jokes about being home with the kids and got promoted to teacher assistant and I'm running recess in the living room. I had a lot of fun doing that shit. I learned how to cook and clean and wash. I had never done that before, you know, like, I'm becoming a housewife. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's all these, I had a lot of fun writing these jokes, but then I would go out there and do these jokes, and then I hear everybody else doing same pandemic, also doing pandemic jokes in their own way. And I think that's the kind of people tired with that shit. So once pandemic was pretty much over, tired of it, I scratched all that shit off and started writing all over, started writing all new jokes. I think a lot of people did that. I think a lot of comics checked themselves and they wanted to be relevant again. And so they just went, basically reset. It was a hard reset, fool, like on a computer. Hard reset this shit. And no one wants to hear about pandemic. No one wants to hear about COVID. No, fuck that shit. Coronavirus, fuck all that shit. So I think a lot of comics figure that shit out, that it's time to get back to work. And I think a lot of like real cool juices started coming out. And people were just tired, fool. So like, and a lot of these fucking crowd work fools were just coming hard. I mean, just talking shit to people, which I don't really, that's not my style, but I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching that shit. Cause that's a muscle that I'm not really good at. You know, that's a skill that I don't really have. So I enjoy watching other people do it. Like, oh, that's fucking dope, man.
Do you think one's harder than the other, bro? Doing crowd work or writing?
Nah, they're both very difficult, fool. They're both. I mean, sitting down and writing a original joke is very difficult to do. Mm-hmm. And fucking people off the cuff is also very hard to do, dog. So they're both very different strategies, bro. It's like a left-handed batter and a right-handed batter, fool. They're both difficult. You still gotta hit the fastball, fool.
Yeah. That's true.
You know.
I don't think I could do the crowd work. Because I was never good at that. Your mama jokes? I'm like, I was like, yo, your mama. Yeah. Remember, you used to, everybody talks shit to each other, dog.
I grew up, I'm always worried of offending somebody. And I get worried about, like, getting canceled and shit like that. I'm worried. And yo soy bien vulgar, güey. Yo, I mean, I grew up with the N-word, fool. I grew up with the FAG words, dog. So I'm always scared that I was going to slip out talking with somebody. Oh, so you're fucking... and then, valió verga, güey. You know what I mean?
Sí.
And I was worried about shit like that. So I worry, like... So that's why I like to prepare, write. Like, let's write this shit out. Let's make sure it works. Bring it out and perform it. Then, because if you get me off the cuff, I'm gonna say something I shouldn't say. Fool, like I feel it in my head. So subconsciously, I'm scared that I'm gonna offend a lady, the wrong person. You know, a real G. I get my fucking ass stabbed. I don't know, but at the same time, I still do it. As a professional comedian, you have to. Yeah. It's a muscle that you have. It's a exercise you have to do once in a while, fool. And you want to keep people involved and shit like that, fool. You have to. But I just keep it cool. When I do crowd work, it's always positive. Like, oh, you look good, man. I like your haircut. Like, fuck it, you know, like being sarcastic about it, you know. Similar. But just that's my little twist on it. Yeah.
I'm about to put you on the spot, bro. I've been asking this to the comics we've been having on. You're about to go out and you get into some shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Why are you looking so serious, dog?
This was a question. I want to know what he's gonna say. You know what? You got some shit, dog.
No, boy.
Not that type of shit.
We're gonna zoom this part in and share
what other 3 comics you know are gonna have your back?
In a fight.
Shit. Oh, in a fight. And who are you fighting? What 4 comics are you fighting?
Wait, what 4? Who am I gonna throw down with?
You know, yeah. You guys went out and for some reason you guys had some beef. Who you know is gonna have your back, bro? Top 3 comics.
Oh yeah, for sure. Jesus Sepulveda, fool, my boy. We lived together for like 8 years, dog. We're technically married, dog. I think, fool. And no, that's my number 1 bro right there, Jesus Sepulveda. And then the guys I'm running with right now, Concrete and Jay Valentino. Man,
so a Toxico group.
The Toxicos way, that bond right now, it's getting really strong with us, fool. Like we're becoming like family, fool. And we have each other back. We give each other advice. We're on this thread that's always fucking rolling, going, sharing memes. And I know those guys got my back for sure, dog. 100%, fool. Shout out to Jay Valentino, Concrete, and Jesus Sepulveda. And of course, down the line, you got like my homies like Christian Zaragoza, who's my featured act right now, dog. He features for all of us basically right now. He's the next one up, fool. Give him a couple of years, he's gonna be headlining.
He's pretty funny.
He's gonna get good, fool, real fast. And so I know that guy, you know, has my fucking back to the end, fool.
Who you guys beefing with?
Nah, there's no beef, dog. There's no beef right now. That's honestly what we're trying to change more than anything, fool. Cool. Fuck all these beefs, dog. It's so stupid to fight with each other, dog. I mean, I'm 43 years old, fool. I ain't trying to beef with nobody, fool. And at the end of the day, for the way I see it, like, dog, there's like, dude, laughs are infinite, bro. Like, you'll never run out of people laughing, dog. Like, there's no reason for us to be fighting for people's laughters. Like, dog, we all get our money. We all get paid. We all have a great time. We all blessed to be on this stage. Like, there's no beef with nobody, dog, ever.
Is there a mentality, though, like the new school versus old school mentality?
There was. But I feel like I'm like in the middle, dog. Like, I really feel like I'm in the middle because I got to hang out with the old school cats. I learned from them. I toured with them. I grew with them. And now I'm kind of like the old head. I'm turning into the old head with the newer cats behind me. So I'm like in this middle, like little middle lane where I still look up to all the Jeff Garcias and the Steve Treviños, the Willie Barcenas, the Felipe Esparzas, the Rudy Morenos. Like I still look up to all these guys and admire what they're doing. And then I'm looking at all these guys that are coming up, like the Ralph Barbosas and Rene Vacas and Ken Flores. I look up to them and like, bro, this is like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I'm right here in the middle, just enjoying the process of all of it, fool. And I get mine too, fool. Like, I'm also like doing, like, I'm also selling out. I'm also traveling. There's nothing for me to be like negative to anybody about, fool.
That's
like, it's all beautiful, dude. It's a beautiful thing.
That's what I was gonna say. You're living the best of both worlds, bro.
See, wait.
You got to learn the good things from the older people and the bad things.
And the bad things.
And you got to change them.
Yeah.
With the younger generation.
That's the thing. That's my point. The point is that we're changing all that, like all this friction and jealousy, and it's stupid, bro. To me, I was never about that since the beginning. I never understood it. Like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm not saying I'm out here trying to change the game, but I'm just kind of like leading by example. Like, I don't talk shit. I don't have beef with nobody. Like, I'm like, hey, fool. Like, I hear people have problems with me. Like sometimes, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know what I did to that person. Because let's just move forward, fool. Let's move on. You know? It's for this trip.
And I didn't ask that just to stir any shit up. So just, I ask it all the time because nobody's gonna answer the who the fuck are you fighting. But it's cool to know who your homies are. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
fool.
I don't know, dog. Jesus said he wouldn't choose you, bro.
Yeah, fuck that fool, dog.
No, remember he said he would make fun of someone.
He's like, no, that fool probably walk away or something. No, but hey, question, bro. And we talked about this with I think Sonia. King of Norwalk. When is that coming out?
Downey, fool.
King of Downey.
Norwalk. Like you.
Wait. 6:05 in the 5.
I don't even know we could talk about that, can we?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a pilot that was shot. It was a pilot that we made. We had a blast doing it, dog. It won some awards, you know, and actually, you know, won the best little sitcom, new original sitcom. You saw Johnny Hollywood, Chicano Hollywood here. It's in their hands right now. The honest truth, we're looking for money for funding, bro. We need somebody to pick it up. We need somebody to produce it.
Hey, if you're listening to this shit, let's get the shit. That shit's funny. I'm
That
telling you
shit's
right now.
hilarious.
It's really, honestly, it was low-key. It was really good, man.
It was.
And it's a cool concept. It's a concept. It's about a guy growing up from Huntington Park. It's loosely based on me, but not really. A guy growing up in HP who goes into realty. Well, come on, how many Mexicans we know that are in realty? Everybody.
That's the thing
Everybody
right now.
died.
So he goes into realty. He is doing pretty well, raising his family. He's got a hot wife, got cool kids, and he's doing pretty well. And he's moved into Downey. Now he's in Downey. He feels he's made it. But now he wants to stay in Downey. He's got to keep working hard. He got some crazy ass fucking friends. It's a great fucking concept. It's a great premise. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the funding and production and who can fund this shit for us, fool.
But you know what's crazy? I got some insight on that, but I think what made that pilot, because we got to see it, Sonia showed it to us.
Yeah.
We were grateful to see it.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
Is the fact that the people that are in it, you guys all, it's like you said, you know, it kind of makes it authentic because you guys made it authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's lately based on you, technically.
Yeah.
So you sold that part.
Hell yeah.
And everybody else, even the kids were fucking hilarious. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
And it's people that have grown up in our communities and things like that. And I think for it to be successful, it has to stay that way. You know what I mean?
Claro.
Because there's a lot of companies that will buy ideas and then just flip everybody over.
Correct. I'm glad you brought that up because that's part of the problem, fool. Like,
I don't want to be the one to say it.
They've had meetings with Disney, with the Hulus. They've had meetings and they're like, oh, we love the idea, but we want to bring our own people. Like, they want, like, Wilmer Valderrama to play Jerry, dog.
Fuck. No, I mean, no offense to Wilder, bro. My man.
Wilmer's, you know, I'm nothing against him, but he's
Take
the
no
name,
HP.
he's a
Take no
face,
HP, a ver qué pasa,
he's a
güey.
brand.
Yeah.
Pero es la neta, güey, es lo que pasa, güey. You know, they'll probably replace Sonia with fucking Sofia Vergara or whatever the fuck. And just, that's what it is. That's the name of the game.
Charlie.
And that's what we're trying to avoid right now because we're all coming up as stars anyway, regardless, fool. Like, Concrete's in it, Jay Valentino's in it, fool. We got some big, you know, names that are coming up right now, fool. So we want to keep it like that, fool.
Jay Valentino's a brother-in-law, huh?
Yeah, he's one of my brothers, yeah.
He's okay. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that's so. I didn't want to be the one to say it, bro, but I had kind of known that Johnny had mentioned that to me, that there's been companies saying that, but that's the idea
They
want to
want to
take
buy
it.
the idea.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of this Hollywood stuff works, fool. Like, a lot of these fools, they make it themselves, then they sell it, and then they just get the idea. They run the idea with fucking name actors, you know.
You're also working on a horchata with oat milk, right?
So that's a movie that we shot. It's back in production again.
You guys stopped because of the pandemic?
pandemic and I think they ran out of money or some shit, fool. But editing is expensive, fool. Editing is expensive. You gotta color it. Something about color it, and then you gotta do like all this music. They're trying to buy the rights to all these songs for the movie, so that kind of took a standstill. And so but yeah, it's still moving forward. We're doing some ADR right now, fool. Some audio stuff for it. And I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a top one, man. That's gonna be cool too.
And you guys got a great cast too. I know it's you, Concrete's in it too.
Yeah, Duno. Yeah,
yes.
so all these fools are just blowing up the main way are on it, fool, and it's dope, man. It's a cool little fucking project. Even Jesus got a little cameo in it too, fool. It's dope, man. Yeah.
Like, who was it? Alfred Robles.
Yeah.
Said that he feels, that's his opinion, right? That the next step that he's been doing comedy for a while now, that the ultimate goal for most comedians is to have their own show or movie. Is that the same for you?
Bro. I especially after these experiences, I got the acting bug like a motherfucker, dog. Like this is my first time acting, and I don't know if you can tell. In Horchata and King of Downey, it's like literally my first time acting, bro.
Oh,
what made it cool, made it not as bad as that. They're just like, yo, just be yourself. We're not asking you to be somebody different. Be who you are. So that helpful, right? Pero I still need to work on my acting chops a little bit better, también, way, right? But I got the acting bug from it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. This is dope. And yeah, that is like the next step for us. Those are goals for us, bro, because we get to stay home more. Now I live in LA. I don't want to leave LA. You know, I want to stay here. I want to keep working here. And if I got to do like Lopez versus Lopez, you know, the George Lopez show. Funny. I got to do that, and I got to experience that, being in the Universal Studios backlot for a whole week, have my own trailer, my makeup artist, my fucking food being delivered to my trailer. Like, dog, I'm like, hell yeah, I can get used to this shit, dog, right away. And I want to do more of that, fool. Like, definitely do some guest star roles, some like recurring roles in TV shows. That's where it's at, bro. And I get to come home, you know, chill at the house. I don't have to travel as much. Travel when I want to travel. Go when I want to go. Not like, fuck, fool, like stressing out, like, where my next gig is going to be at. That's a big stress for us sometimes, huh?
That's true. Yeah, I remember that because when he was talking about it, and like that seems to be the next step for every comedian, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just what social media is demanding. It's a lot of you. Getting better.
Yeah.
It's not just...
And what have you done for us lately? And what are you doing next? What's the next? What's next? What's next?
Exactly.
Man, that's like the first question I get asked all the time when I'm on the road or by fans or people meeting me. So what's next, bro? So what are you working on next, bro? So where you going to be next, bro? Like, well, I'm still trying to figure out this shit. I'm still trying to get my whole new hour here, dog. Like, I'm still trying to get out. I'm still trying to get through this fucking set tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, because that's what people want. People want more content. And meeting people like Concrete and Jay, like, they're all about that life, fool. So they drive me too, like, bro, like, they showing me how it's done, and that's, you know, it's a lot of fucking work, dog.
Yeah, because I see Concrete I see he's posting all the time. And I'm like, how the fuck did he have time to fucking come up with this? I'm like, that's just dope. But I'm like, it seems like a lot of time, bro.
It always fucking hits.
Well, all of the this is not me, fool. Yeah. He has all the shit, and I'm like, where the fuck did he research to get the same outfit as the fucking picture?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like Jesus told us the same thing, that you and him have benefited from Concrete and Valentino. That you guys are teaching them about stand-up, and they're teaching you about social media.
Exactly, Paul.
So that's pretty dope. Like, you know, you're learning what's next.
That's what the partnership it works, bro. Like, it really works because we're both. No one's bigger than the next person. We're all in this together, fool. We're all learning from each other, and it's dope, bro. It's a camp.
How did that come about, bro? How did you guys meet? Like, did you guys know each other from each other?
With oat milk. Concrete and I had known Concrete for a while before. Like, I known him for a little bit. We've been following each other for a while. Just, you know, nothing crazy. But we got to work with each other. Same thing with Jay. I got to work with Jay and Valentino and Jay and Concrete at Horchata with oat milk. That was during 2021 or some shit, right? Like 2 years ago when we first started this project. So about 2021, we all met. We hit it off. We became friends. And then at that time, obviously, we're fucking talking. And Concrete's like, in ese tiempo, like, dude, I want to try stand-up, bro. Like, I want to try stand-up. Jay también, dude, I want to try... Like, hey, man, let me open for you, or whatever the fuck conversations, right? Like, hey, let me get like 5 minutes next time. De pura plática, until it became like serious. Like, Concrete, like, hey, bro, I'm serious, bro. Like, I want to get up. Like, let me know where your next show's at. I'll come kick it. If you could give me some time, I'd love to do some time. And I was like, hey, fool, pues cállate, güey. Tú nomás cállate, güey. And it just grew from there. We did it once. I forgot where we did it once. And we just like yeah, let's do this shit again, fool. Let's have some fun. And then Jesus came in. Obviously, at the time, I still lived with Jesus. So I told him about it. Like, hey, wait.
So F4 didn't really come in. He was already there.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, something that we all talked about. Like, hey, fool, let's do it. Like, we need, like, I think this would be a great fucking team, fool. Like an Avenger situation, dog. Just everybody coming in, assemble, fool.
So you were Nick Fury with it.
I was pretty much Nick Fury of it, dog. I got that shit together with my lazy eye, you know.
Oh, that's right. They said that you named the group, right? You're the one that came up with the name.
Yeah, and they blame me, and they all talk shit about the name. And I go, well, you motherfuckers didn't come out with nothing better. Like, dude, we're on this text thread. Everyone's throwing names out. We're all fucking coming up with ideas. They all suck. All the names fucking suck. And I just throw out, what about Toxicos? And then people are like, man, that's fucking whack. That's whack.
They didn't even respond.
Yeah, people are like, that's fucking whack. And then, but we come back to it. Like, it's Toxicos, fool. And again, I'm not saying it's the best name ever, fool. But I thought it was just relevant at the time, right? We're all toxic in a way or no. We're all talking about toxic shit. Mm-hmm. And then obviously some of our wives might get mad because some of us are married. And so, like, I know that was a little issue. And the main issue was that Toxicos is a Spanish word. And then people were like, what's he gonna think people are gonna think it's a Spanish comedy. And I go, people are not that stupid, dog. Like, people, they're gonna see our names, they're gonna see the flyer. The flyer's gonna be in English, the videos are gonna be in English, our promoting is gonna be in English. We're not gonna be fucking talking in Spanish, fool. Like, no one's gonna think the show's in Spanish. I hope not. I don't think people are that dumb. Yeah. But people were that dumb, fool. And the people were like, that's what I was gonna ask. People are, it's gonna be in Spanish. I'm like, so I get, but that, again, once people know who the fuck we are, they know, they realize that we don't do Spanish, like all Spanish, fool. We do Spanglish, yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, it's an English show. And
how would you translate Toxicos into English, fool?
Toxic, fool?
No, not toxic. The toxic ones? The toxic ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a
toxic
party crew.
We thought about the toxic, but it sounds like a fucking 90s fucking rebel nation.
Well, you guys, half of you guys are rebels.
Rebel nation.
You got fucking concrete.
Yeah. We have thought about changing the name. I tell them all the time.
All right, but you got to give us a name.
Come on, a better name. I don't have one.
No, that they gave, because you said some of them fucking suck.
No, we're talking about like last year, fool, but it was just, I don't know, dumb shit, fool. We're all throwing out dumb shit. Everyone.
That shit reminds me when we were trying to come up with our
name for the podcast. That's why I asked it, dude.
Yeah. And we were like, no mames, las pendejadas que we thought. Like, I don't even remember what we had either, but
yeah. Like, even what it was like with American Wannabes, our podcast, American Wannabes, that we circled around so many times with it because it was tough to pull off a name with American in it, being fucking three paisas and shit. But I thought the Wannabes really helped. Like, I really liked the flavor of it. And, because there was other, weird names with that, fool. But, red, it was going to be red, white, and blue because of the American. But we're also Wannabes. And I thought that was, it's going to be hard to pull off. Because when people are like searching Latino podcast, Mexican podcast, American is not gonna be on the algorithm, fool. Yeah, so it was hard. So we had to make sure it was in our bio, in our fucking description, Latino, Mexican Americans, blah 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 blah. And we had to. It was hard, fool. But we stuck with the name. The name stuck. I think people really like the name, fool.
Yeah, American Wannabes is cool because I want to be to us growing up.
Yeah.
Quería ser cholo, quería ser algo.
Yeah, yeah.
And so American Wannabes is we want to be Americans.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's funny.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, bro. I've been asking everybody this. Do you feel at this stage in your career, you feel you've accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish in stand-up?
It's like a yes and no situation because we always want more. But I'm also very grateful for what I have accomplished, right? It's a trip to think that I do have an HBO special. I've been on Netflix. I've toured the country. I've opened up for some greats. So it's hard, it's hard to say I haven't accomplished everything because a lot of stuff on the list has been checked off. But damn, there's just so much more still for me. I still want more, dog. This isn't enough for me, fool. It's like I want to do stadiums. I want to do Staples Center. I want to have my own show. I want to do real feature movies. Like, there's still so much more. Like, I want to tour somewhere. I want to tour the world. I want to do it. Even I haven't been to Canada yet. I want to do Canada. I want to do Mexico City. Like, bro, there's like so many big still things on my list. So it's like one of those things where but also I'm also very grateful to go on HBO and see me on HBO. And I'm not on Netflix anymore, but I was on Netflix for 5 years from 2017 to 2021. So it's a grateful situation, dog. Like, fuck, man, it was awesome.
Who's your comedian who influenced you as a comedian?
It gotta be George Lopez, fool. That will always be my answer. Fool. Again, once again, I'm 43 years old. He impacted me in the early 2000s when I was telling everybody I was gonna be a comedian. Was because of George Lopez. Fool. Watching George Lopez, watching the Latino Kings of Comedy, just watching him get down, bro. Fucking all his specials, or right now, all that stuff. Fool. Like, to me, that's the man right there. And the story that I share all the time is like, I would look at him and I'd be like, damn, este güey está feo, güey, está prieto, he's brown, he's sweaty, and he's on TV and he made it, fool. And I'm like, fool, that means I can make it. Like, I'm also fucking ugly, sweaty, prieto, paisa, like, I can also make it, fool. So they just, in a weird way, that's how you open up the door for me. Seeing a person that looks like me, brown, sweaty, paisa, like that I can make it.
Had you worked with him before, prior to Lopez versus Lopez?
I've run into him at clubs here and there. Nothing crazy, fool. But just like at the Ice House and places like that, we've run into each other, fool. And I've been to a lot of his shows as a fan. You know, in the early 2000s, I got to meet, greet. I got pictures with him as a fan. But as far as working with him, no, the Lopez versus Lopez was the first time. Got to hang out with him, talk to him for a little bit. Dope. Hey, man, he was super nice to me, dog. So nothing bad to say about that, man. He was super, super professional and nice to me, dog. And very grateful for me to be on that shit, dude. You know?
Yes.
You know, I think stepping away from comedy right now, something you said is super important that we've talked about even when we saw, like, you know, the whole Marvel movie, the Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Seeing someone that looks like you on TV, it influences you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It does, fool.
Or just hearing someone like you talk like you talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. It's just like, damn, like it opens everything up, you know, it gives you that hope and shit.
That's what I hope I'm doing too. I hope I'm opening those doors to other little paisas out here, dog. Little kids from Oaxaca and shit. Little chapas, Guatemaltecos, or whatever the fuck, dog.
All the kids from HP, bro.
All the fools, all the little Edgars out there, dog. You know, and no, but at the end of the day, yeah, for sure, dude. Like, that's why I claim the HP. That's why I claim that we're like how I don't change how I am or who I be, because I wanna make it okay for everybody else to like wanna try it. I want everybody to just, if you really wanna do comedy, try it, fool. Like, get it out of your system. That's how it started with me. That's how my ex-wife said, just get it out of your system. And that was like the deal. The deal was like, just let me get this out of my system. I'm about to be 30. I'm scared for where my life is heading. Let me just I don't want to look back when I'm 40 and say, man, I should have tried comedy, fool. Fucking do it, dog. Do it.
Is it addicting, bro? Getting that?
Yeah, it's very addictive, fool. It's like a drug, fool, definitely. It's a fucking drug, dog. Once you get those laughs, you want to do it again and again and again and more and more and more. And yeah, laughter is it's a drug, fool. Hell yeah.
I don't know. Something inside me was like, just fucking do it. Yeah. Just do it. This was saying, do it, Dick. Do it.
If you didn't influence those Edgars, dog, you influenced us today, dog.
Yeah, fool, I will. I want to see you motherfuckers at the Chatterbox next week, fool.
Sundays, Sundays is a good show. Open mic is during the week, I think. That's just around the corner from my house, too. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I might just start here, fool. I'm going to be like, fuck it. I'm going to go live here.
Hey, there you go.
Nah, Está bien.
We can talk shit.
But honestly, this is a great muscle, fool. Like, this is a great little workout. Get your voice out. You hear yourself, how you sound, your little timing. That's fucking, the podcast does that shit, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We talk about that all the time, how
your timing.
Como cuando empezamos, el miedo que teníamos. And it's like now, it's like, that shit turns on, the little red camera, I know it's on me. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Antes me ponía bien rojo hasta la madre. You know? Like, oh shit, I didn't know what to say or I didn't know what to do.
See, we're comedy, fool.
We used to have to fucking cut and start over because I would fuck up. I would stutter. Like, it's some progress. Yeah, it's working a muscle.
Same thing with fucking comedy, bro. It's rough at first, nerve-wracking, sweating. Yo temblaba, güey. Yo, when I first started, there's videos of me that fucking like this, right? My hand would shake, fool. I'm no fucking like this. And then, I was with Jeff Garcia, and Jeff would always be like, hey, fool, why you keep shaking your hand?
Like, bro, fucking Alzheimer's, bro.
Yeah, bro, that little fucking shit.
Like, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage, el homie Chaquetas.
Yeah, fool. And then I told Jeff, I asked Jeff, fool, I'm like, hey, bro, like, I can't stop, bro. How do you stop? He's like, you know how you stop? You just do. You just fucking stop. Like, you go up there, you notice it, and you stop. And I went up there, and I looked down, and I saw my shit, and I just stopped. I just stopped, fool, and I stopped forever, dog. And ya nunca regresé a hacerlo. I just basically acknowledged it, and then I stopped, fool. He just said, you just stop. You just stop, fool. Relax. You're fine. You're doing great. You're doing good. Yeah. Stop, fool. That was a trip, fool.
I got one more thing I want to ask, bro. So, you're saying laughter is addicting, right? We've had comedians that talk about like the dark side of it. That sometimes comedy can get dark because you're not getting those laughs, or just a lifestyle can be hard.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with that? Have you ever found yourself in that situation where you're like in a dark place, or, drugs, alcohol? Because you hear that a lot.
No, it's hard, fool. Like, la neta, way, it is, dude. It's very easy to go to a dark place like that. Man, I just feel like I'm really strong-minded, I guess, in some weird way. I do stay focused on the good things in life, such as my kids and my family and stuff like that. But, dude, I've been on the roadway where it's like it's tacaron way. You're there by yourself in a shitty hotel. Like, I've been in the middle of like nowhere, dude. Out there, yo solito way, like in the fucking like the Yuma, Arizonas, and just like in these little ass fucking places, and that shit gets to you, fool. Like it does get to you. You get really depressed, but it's just you work yourself through it. You gotta keep a strong mind. Yeah, dude. One time I was like in Arizona, in the middle of Arizona. I don't even know where I was at, but it was a casino. Casino, the Hyundai Casino. It was like an Indian reservation in the middle of Arizona, fool. And yo de pendejo, I don't know why I said yes. And I was only getting paid like $300, fool, right? And this was like in 2015. And then I went, and they don't fly you. You have to drive. And so I drove. And the drive over there was pretty dope. It was during the day. It was in the morning. I was excited, this and that. They didn't even give me a hotel, fool. Like, I didn't have a hotel, fool. Like, I performed, and it turned out that it was like 6 hours, like, into, like, Arizona, fool. Not even nowhere near Phoenix. It was, like, in the middle of the boonies, fool. And I was there, did this casino show, a bunch of old white people, Indians from the reservation. They're like, no Latinos, bro. And I fucking hated every second of it. And I did my shit. And then I was just like, and then I drove home. And I was driving home for 8 hours, it's like 7 hours, from the show ended at 10. I didn't get home till like 4:30 in the morning, bro. Like, falling asleep. And it was like the most depressing. My mind just wanted like, at the point, like, I wanted like to give up, fool. I wanted like just like, it was not fun, dude. It was very depressing, fool. Just seeing like my life was just, I guess I was like sleep deprived. Mm-hmm. And I started like swerving and shit. And it was just sad. It was like a really low moment where like I didn't want to experience that anymore. Like, I felt really, really depressed. Like, it was not fun. It was not fun. And there's been other situations, like I've been in the middle of nowhere where like you just away from everything, fool. Like, I'm missing my kids' game. I'm missing my picking up my kids from school. To get out of school, I would be picking them up right now, but I'm not. I'm here instead. It fucks with your head, fool. But you gotta make it worth it. At the end of the day, you gotta make every show fucking worth it. Like, you gotta kill it. You can't let it get to you. Mm-hmm. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to navigate out there, but you can. A strong-minded, willed person can. You know?
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Because a lot of times it's easy just to...
Especially when you're alone, bro. Like you're saying, you're driving alone and fucking pitch black, and all you can do is fucking think.
Te desesperas,
That's,
way.
And that's not like...
No, but either way, from other comedians, obviously not on the podcast, but a lot of them revert to like cocaine and shit to stay up, huh? Because they're fucking... They're working middle of the night or late night shit.
It's like a mariachis and shit like that, fool. You know what I'm saying? But I've never done drugs, fool. I've never done like hard drugs, fool. Obviously, I've smoked weed and shit. I drink beer. I've got DUIs, fool. You know, I've learned from my DUI. I got one DUI. I've learned from my DUI. That was in 2018. Driving from a gig here in LA. Driving home, I got fucked up that night. Just one of those nights, summer night. It was in July, as a matter of fact, July 18th, 2018. And I'm driving home, fucked up. I had Jaeger, I had fucking shots, I had fucking beer, Coronas, Modelos. It was just one of those nights where it was a hot night, warm night. People are fucking, the show went great. We're fucking out partying. And yo, pendejo, I remember I went outside to take a leak, fool, because somebody was in the bathroom. The bathrooms were full. And then I went outside to take a fucking leak. And I started like getting all like, oh, the air hit me. And then, I remember telling myself, like, oh, I need to go. I got to go. I'm about to throw up. I don't feel good. I feel like shit. I remember getting in my car, and I just blacked out, fool. Like, next thing I know, I'm behind a cop car. I crashed. It was fucking crazy, bro. And yeah, spent the fucking weekend at in jail and shit. And it was the worst experience of my life. But that shit checked me full. Like I came out of there like a new person. Like once I got through all this shit, I lost my car. I totaled my car. I lost my license. I couldn't drive for like a year. So I had to rely on Ubers and friends, and that's when you know who your friends are. And then I had to take all these AA classes. I had to take all these fucking alcoholic classes. I had to go to fucking the morgue. I had to do pay money. Had to go to court, fool. Feria, fool. Like I spent like over $10,000 in cash, fool. You can't even put this shit on credit. Cash, fool. Like borrowing money. I had to buy like I didn't have a license, so I bought like a junky ass car in case they take it away. Que se lo llevan a la verga. So I bought like 3 cars that were like $1,500 each, not at the same time. I bought a car that was $1,500. It broke down on me. Fuck that car. I got another one, $1,500.
Where'd you buy them at? For what? At the side of the street?
In the streets, fool. I bought it in the streets.
Huntington Park, dog. I thought all those dealers were.
What an offer up. I bought an offer up. I bought like a 1999 Honda Accord. Then I buy like a fucking Civic, like a 2002 Civic. And literally I got a Mustang. That was like a fucking 2005 Mustang, fool. And so I bought it. They would either break down or like I didn't like it anymore. It wasn't comfortable. So I would like trade like, let's get another one. But this whole time I didn't have a fucking license. Had the breathalyzer where I had to like blow into the car. So I had to blow into the car. It was the worst experience, fool. Like, and I had to, right there, I said, fuck all this bullshit. Fuck all that. Like I got all my shit together, fool. It really checked me, fool. I checked myself. Then after that, I went back. I didn't drink for a year. I didn't drink at all. Then I got back, started drinking again. Started getting fucking fucked up again, and I got a kidney stone. Oh, man. It's like a sign. Like,
that's your sign, dog,
drink,
for
dog.
real.
Now I'm back drinking again, though. It's all good. Todo con leve, güey. Todo leve. I don't get fucking drunk. I have 2-3 beers at shows. Tops, fool. I'll take a shot here and there. I do get fucked up when I'm on the road. When I'm on the road, I do let loose a little bit more because straight to the hotel, straight Uber to the hotel. I don't drive. Obviously, I'm not driving on the road. I got people driving me around or Ubering. And that's the only time I'll get fucked up. But in LA, I rarely get fucked. Like, I'll have 2 beers tops, fool.
I don't know how people get DUIs nowadays, fool. Like,
what do you mean how people get DUIs?
Well, I know how, fool, but there's so many options.
Well, people don't want to pay that money. That's what I think.
I'm a pendejo. That time I was super drunk as fuck, and I was near the house. I was in East LA, bro, and I was home. I'm like, I can make it. 10 minutes. I'm 10 minutes from the house, fool. Nah, wait. I think I turned a couple corners. I don't remember driving, fool. I don't remember to drive at all. I remember the cops coming to my window, and that I hit like 3 cars, fool. Like, boom, boom. I mean, I fell asleep. Basically, I blacked out. Y me dormí. But fortunately, I wasn't going fast. I was only going like 25, 30 miles an hour. So, me dormí, and I got my foot off the fucking gas. My foot came off the gas, and I just started boom, bing, 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 pinches carros, eh? And then, so I finally pulled over. I remember, like, being asleep, like, and waking up, and the cops being here, and the people that I hit were like, what the fuck? You know, what's going, like, are you good? Are you good? Everybody knows I was pedo. Yeah. So, the fucking cops came, they got me out of the car, put me in the fucking back seat right away, took me in. I fucked up my car more than anything. It took all. It was a Kia. For those fuckers can't take hits. I fucking had a Kia and then fucking hit me. Bam, bam, bam. I had just bought the car. This happened in 2018. That was a fucking 2018 car. I just bought it full and totaled. And so the insurance, I had a gap, but it didn't cover the whole shit, dog. Damn. Anyways, all fucked up. And so, yeah, well, it was fucking the worst shit ever.
Hey, let's say something real quick. Hey, guys, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and fucking drive.
Dog. Don't fucking do it.
Don't drink and drive.
We've all done it. Yep. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Yeah, we've all driven drunk. I almost had a DUI right before I got out of the Marine Corps, bro. Yeah. Actually, not before I got out. Before I re-enlisted, I was putting in my package to re-enlist. And me and my homie was sitting in the barracks. I think I've said this before. And we were getting fucked up in the barracks. It was a Thursday night. And they said, wait. I was in Pendleton. And they said, let's go to the Stampede. The Stampede is un pinche club de güeros que está ahí en Temecula. It's like a country night or whatever. Man, fuck it, let's go see a ver si, viejas. Yeah, a ver si viejas, whatever, right?
Unas güeritas.
Well, no, fool, we were fucked up. So we took beers. We were still drinking in my truck. I had just bought a Navigator, and we were driving through base. Nos salimos ahí en Fallbrook, and we got on the freeway, pisteando. Llegamos a Temecula, and I'm swerving, fool. I'm fucking fucked up.
Hell yeah.
I'm swerving to the left, to the right, slow. But I'm still conscious. You know, I'm like, a la verga, se están moviendo los roads, güey, or whatever. Fucking, sure enough, fool, pinches cops prenden las luces. They're behind me. I'm like, fuck. I'm fucked up, fool. I'm like, ya vali verga. They're going to kick me out. We put the 2 beers, we stashed them in the middle of donde está the glove compartment en medio.
Yeah.
Y llega el policía y me dice, güey, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, fuck, okay, don't fuck it up. No, officer, no. I'm trying to talk us, you know, because everything starts fucking slowing down your mind.
You start sobering up and shit.
Well, you're swerving and you're driving kind of slow. Is there a reason why you're swerving and driving kind of slow? I was like, well, I'm looking for this club. I'm looking for the Stampede. And he's like, okay. He's like, can I see your driver's license? And I didn't have my driver's license. I had left it in my camis, my uniform. Yeah. So le dije, I left it in I don't have my driver's license, so I left it in my camis. Y el güey me dice, in your what? And I'm like, in my camouflage utilities. You know, like I started enunciating everything, fool. So he's like, you're in the military? I was like, yeah. He's like, are you in the military? Yeah. Let me see your IDs. So he takes it, and I'm like, fuck, I was telling the fool. I'm done, dog. I'm done. This was going to come back. He knows I'm drunk. He's going to tell me to get out the vehicle. Comes back, fool, 2 seconds later. He has my ID. He gives him his ID. Stampede, 2 blocks on the right.
Damn.
Thank you, sir. Paré de pistear esa noche. Ya no pisteé. I sobered up. And I was... Probably my warning, fool. I was like, fuck. Well,
it must be nice because that's the perks of being in the military, motherfucker. That's what too, dog.
Well, I mean, I think that's why he did it, bro. But still, I was fucked up. Yeah, I could have hit something or someone. So, but anyways, don't drink and drive, guys.
Don't drink and drive. Oh, not again.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Ready for No Manches? Or
let's do it.
I didn't tell you this, bro. We have a segment. It's called No Manches.
All right.
Pretty much, it's you know what a No Manches is. Whatever. It could be a pet peeve. Something that's like a no mames way that's happened to you or that you've seen. And yeah, pretty much. I'll start it off, dog. The other day we ordered a pizza, 1 large pizza and wings, right? 12 wings.
From where?
From Papa John's. To top it off, Papa John's, right? $60.
The fuck?
Están pasando de verga, güey.
$60
from Papa John's.
From Papa John's. A fucking large pizza and an order of wings.
Es que este güey no usa cupones, güey.
Wait, pizza, se pasaron, güey.
No, wait, for real. And then I broke it down, so they're charging you for the pizza, right? Already ridiculous, 1 large. And segunda was the special, dog. The 1 large, 2 topping and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
It was the special. And then the wings, they start charging the delivery fees. They start charging you the driver fees.
Oh, Postmates shit.
No, it wasn't Postmates. It was directly through them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But you're a tipper, fool. So how do you feel about that?
I said, fuck that tip.
Because this always get something about tipping, fool. It's like, I tell them, I don't fucking tip when they're charging me delivery.
Pero la neta, güey, también even that. Ya los estamos pasando con tipping, güey.
Sí, güey.
Ya donde quiera, güey. Ya. Before I was like, all right, there's places where you have to tip. Even then, occasionally, pero ahorita ya, güey. You know when I got it? When they started asking me for, no tip, I'm like, what? Like, I always used to tip, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I told this fool, like, tip. Porque after pandemic, you know, you've discovered a lot of people rely on tips to survive. Yeah. And I was like, I don't mind tipping, but ya cuando empiezan a preguntar, like, if it's, you have to, como que ya se pasaron. Like, I was like,
yeah. I should never ask for a fucking tip, dog.
Yeah, bro, that's when I was like, and this was recent, I was like, ya se pasaron.
Yeah, because ya ni te dan buen servicio. That's just expected for you to tip, fool.
Yeah.
As I told you, I was like, I don't fucking tip. I'll tip you how you serve me. If you took fucking an hour, I've been in restaurants where I'm like, my kids are fucking thirsty, and we order the waters. You know, the waters are like, they bring them right away.
Yeah.
Mames, una hora, and the water's still not fucking here. Yeah. And then by the time we eat, it's 3 hours later. I'm like, no, mames, I'm not tipping your ass. I'm not tipping your ass.
Yeah, like, for me, I have to tip, fool, because I'm always afraid someone's going to, like, recognize me and, like, that fool don't tip, dog. Fuck that fool, dog. So I always tip. But, yeah, I do bring the tip lower. It's all about the service for me too, and the respect and how they care for you. Now I'm tipping like hotels now. Before I'm gonna tip now, I leave a $5 to $10 at a hotel because la señora clean up after people's messes and shit like that. So like little things like I tip where like I feel it merits it, bro. Like that's if somebody's literally physically fucking doing something for you, That motherfucker deserves a tip.
Yeah.
Your barber deserves a tip.
Yep.
And like those motherfuckers, those people deserve a tip. They're physically doing something for you. But a veces nomás just because they took your order at a kiosk, fool, they want a fucking tip.
Nah,
Dale verga, güey. Eso sí, no manches, güey. Se pasan de verga, güey. All this shit, like, literally they took your order like a fucking, like, fucking McDonald's or whatever, or like that gas station, dog. Like, fool, I'm pumping my own gas, fool. Like, what are you talking about, dog? Like, yeah, se sí te pasan de verga. But any type of service where they physically do something for your ass, tip the motherfuckers, dog.
For sure.
You know?
So, see, that's where I'm at, but, yeah, that's
So now you see it? Now you see it?
See, but I'm still, like he said, it marries if when they're doing something. But Papa John's te pasaste de verga. Like, $60 for a large pizza and a fucking set of wings, dog. Come on.
First of all, I don't even know why you ordered it.
ridiculous. Huh?
I don't even know why you ordered it.
What do you mean?
$60, fool? No, my man.
Fool, I had already processed, and I'm like, what?
Shakies, fool. $54.99.
I really wanted pizza, dog. I really want a pizza, dog.
Sí, güey, nah, yo no pago $60 a la verga.
Not for Papa John's, fool.
Yeah, fuck no.
Nah, no
Fuck
mames,
no.
güey.
But that's the last time I was like, yeah, this is the last fucking time we get
There's
this.
like a good pizza spot around here, dog.
Red Devil Pizza.
Is it Red Devil?
Baldwin Park Pizza Co.
Baldwin Park? One of those. I think it's
Yeah,
Baldwin Park Pizza.
Co. I like
I
Baldwin
like
Pizza
Red
Co.
Devil
The company,
Pizza.
right? It's
Simon.
company?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there, dog.
It's
That was
Baldwin
pretty
Pizza.
good. That was pretty
You
good.
gotta try Red Devil right next to the Laugh Factory.
I haven't tried Red Devil.
Yeah, it's
fool.
pretty good. It's pretty good. But anyways, no se pasen de verga pizza. Papa John's and shit.
Welcome to the club, fool.
All right. Anyways, what's your no
My
manches
no
done?
manches has to deal with this was said of Oaxacans earlier, the Guatemalans. And it's fucked up because it's them. And I mean, sorry guys, the hot dog people, fool.
Yeah.
In downtown LA?
Yeah.
Anywhere now.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
No, not just not the prices. It's not even the prices. Way the thing that no mames to me is, I went to the concert on Friday. I took my daughters to go see Smash Mouth and fucking Men at Work and UB40.
Dope.
I got it for free. A mí me lo dan because I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
So fui les llevé, dije, fuck, I'm taking them out. And we were coming out. I knew it was at LA Live. It was at the Peacock Theater. They changed it to Peacock. And we were coming out, and we left a little early. But I already knew there was going to be hot dog people outside. So my daughters were
a lot of them.
Yeah. So my daughters were like, hey, pa, ¿nos vas a comprar hot dogs? Sí, ahorita que salgamos. Fuck, I got you guys. But no mames way is like, they're like a fucking army, fool. They're waiting for you outside, and they swarm you for like, hot dog. And you don't know who the fuck to get it from, fool.
Yeah.
You feel bad because you want to buy it from everybody, fool. This was like, I'm from Oaxaca. You know, yo soy de Guatemala.
They
They give you the soft story.
They were telling you?
Yeah, they give you the soft story, fool. Like,
Yeah, they are begging a little bit more. Huh? Notice that too. They're begging. It's because it's
Competition,
now.
bro.
Yeah, the competition's crazy.
no mames way, you end up with like 10 hot dogs and shit because you don't want to feel bad, fool.
Oh, you don't have to buy 10 hot dogs, fool.
I know that.
That's like a you problem, fool. But
No, but no mames, it feels like they're pressuring you more. Like, aquí, güey. Hey, how much? $8. Oh,
This is what you do.
Está 750, güey.
You know, you just tell them, hey, venden aguas or sodas, and if they don't, just go to the next one.
They all do now. They all do,
right?
Some
They
sell
even sell you beers
chelas.
now.
Yeah, some sell chelas.
They got chelas too.
So,
got
no
chelas.
mames, don't attack us. They look like zombies. They're coming at you, you know what I'm saying? But,
Hey, but they still bomb, dog. You can't take away the taste from fucking streets outside.
No, are they all good? I haven't had one in a while, fool. Are they good? I like them. Are they all good?
No.
You run into some bad hot dog people?
Yeah.
Undercooked. The bacon not cooked so much. Or the bacon too fucking crispy. It's like,
Nah, bacon is expensive. Where they getting this fucking bacon?
I don't know. You're right. Bacon is expensive. It's like $10 for like a little.
They switched it over to turkey bacon, dog.
Nah, turkey bacon is even more expensive, güey.
Is it?
Sí, güey, porque te lo venden como si
fuera real bacon.
Aldi, dog. Aldi. Cheaper.
Anyways, that's my no manches. Hot dog people.
Anyways, Jerry, what's your no
Let me
manches?
see if I got one. The only one I can think of, fool, is I was at Disneyland on Wednesday, fool. And obviously, besides the lines, no mames, güey, pieces of lines. Now they make you pay for your fast pass. Now there's fast pass.
They don't have the thing no
free.
more?
No, they used to be free.
Yeah.
And it gives
Now
you an
they're
hour.
charging you for these fucking fast passes. So it's 30. So it was me and my 3 kids, 4 of us, and we brought it home. One of my kids brought his girlfriend, so it was 5 of us, and so I had to buy fast passes for all of us, $30, right?
Each fast pass?
Full on top of your
shit.
fucking ticket, dog.
Just for one ride, or is it for the whole?
Now, for some rides, that's the other no mames way. So now you're paying $30, right? You buy a fast pass. And first of all, when you get a fast pass, let's say it's fucking 10 o'clock in the morning, your fast pass is not till 1 p.m., right? So now you can't use the fast pass until 1 p.m., dog. You can't use it on another one.
Yeah.
So you have to wait till 1 p.m., get on that ride,
And then get another.
and then
3
another
hours.
one that's going to be till 3:30. So now you're paying For what? What are you paying for, dog? Like, you're not really paying for much, fool, because, like, if you're paying, you should be able to use it multiple times, multiple places. You know, maybe at least within the hour. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not right away. Like, okay, it's 10 o'clock. Now I got to wait till 11 to get another one. Okay, that's cool. But I can't wait. But it's 10 o'clock and I have to wait till 3 hours. And I have to get on my ride first. You have to get, and then you have to get on the ride. So you have to actually scan it. So you can't even change your mind. So you had to scan it. And then now you can use your fucking shit again, dog. That's not cool, dog. Now that they're charging for it. I get it when it was free. Yeah. I get it. Pa que no se pasen de verga.
Same.
All right, it's free, full. Like, here you go, dog. Here's your pass. Come back in 3 hours from now. You can't use it again until next. Yeah, but now I'm paying for it, dog. Like, I'm paying $150 for the service.
I got you.
Go for it.
We're going to zoom in on this again, dog. A ver.
Hey, I'm not trying to give anybody advice. You do your own thing. I'm an actual. Do you have, first of all, do you have, like, knee problems?
I can if you want me to.
Okay. Yeah. Does your leg just back hurt?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Do you have, like, what, maybe something mentally? Like,
I know where you're going with this. Okay. I know where you're going with this. People tell me this all the time. Okay. No, this is what happened with that. This is what happened with this, fool. I used to do this shit all the time, fool. All right? And then until they started questioning me.
They can't question you.
And they guilted me, fool.
They can't question you.
Who's
guilty? The people?
It happened to me at Universal Studios, fool. I got a
Lawsuit,
nephew.
homie.
I got a nephew who's really autistic. He has Asperger's. Anyway, all right. So the first time I did it, I was with my nephew and my kids, and I said, "Hey, fool, this fool's autistic, dog. He can't fucking stand in lines for long." They're like, "Here you go, fool. Dale, saswe, toma way." Cool. Then I went back again without my autistic kid, right? But this time I still said that I chose one of my kids to be autistic, right? So I go, look, this fool right here, dog, he's autistic as shit, dog. You can't stand in line, fool. They're like, sorry, sir, like you gotta have you have to have a medical fucking note.
Nope.
A note. And I'm like, oh fuck. They didn't
ADA
ask me
rules.
for that before.
Just say ADA. Show me in the ADA where it tells me I gotta provide proof. They cannot ask you no questions. Now, mind you, I'm not giving anybody any trips. I am a disabled veteran, so I'm considered disabled.
But do you have proof?
I have, and they never asked me for. I always offer.
That's why I like to fly with this food, dog. We get before the A class and before the priority.
Oh, God, that class, all that
I'll be going in front of you motherfuckers, dog. I got A class. You guys go beat.
But then that's disabled veterans food. I'm a caretaker.
I'm saying it like, you can do whatever you want, but I always ask. I always say, I go up there. I'm like, hey, you know, I have back issues. I got knee issues. Do you need to see my disabled ID card? My military disabled ID card? Oh, no, sir. Like, they cannot ask questions, bro. They cannot ask questions. Just mention the ADA. They cannot ask questions. Bro, I got hooked up. Red Hot Chili Peppers concert. Mm-hmm. I had bought good seats because I was taking my daughters, but my sister came along, and she got, like, fucking nosebleed. Like, she paid, like, $80 and shit, and nosebleed. And it was 9 of us. And so I went down to guest services, and I was like, hey, I'm a disabled vet. You know, I'm trying to get all my family. I'm here with all my family. I'm a Raider fan. I was wearing my Raider jersey, and they hooked us up floor seating, bro. Todo, güey. So again, I'm not saying what to do. You do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're literally,
I'm just afraid that they're gonna call you out, and I'm not gonna have the paperwork.
You don't need the paperwork.
And I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Just get a king, fool. They ask you what's your.
I'm telling you, fucking Universal Studios did that shit.
Fucking Universal Studios.
I went. I told, hey, see that fool right there? See the kid licking the windows, fool? That motherfucker, he's autistic, fool. Like, he can't stand in line for a long period of time. Like, this guy, he'll cry, he'll scream. And they're like, sorry, sir, unless you have proper documentation of your son's fucking disabilities, I can't give you that shit.
Orale.
And that's so I'm like, of course I couldn't fight this. I'm like, oh, shoot. All right, any more way, fuck it. But they did that to me, fool. And then so that's why... When I went to Disney on Wednesday, I wanted to do that shit. It crossed my mind, but le saqué, güey. Le saqué. I'm afraid to get. I feel like they're gonna ask questions, fool, that I'm not gonna know the answers to.
All right.
But you're saying they don't ask.
They don't ask. They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to.
Not supposed to. Anyways, not giving anybody tips or tricks. I do it because I'm legit, but. You can bypass it if that's what you were looking for.
Let me just borrow your fucking card. I still want that shit done.
But anyways, we're moving on to we're there on Romances, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'd like to finish off, bro, with words of wisdom. This is all about you. This is the end segment where you get to tell us and tell the audience something that you live by, something that has helped you in your life, that maybe they could use it in their life, bro.
Yeah, I think I sprinkled a little bit about that throughout the interview, fool, which has been a dope interview. It's been a lot of fun, dog. But basically, my words of wisdom is just that, fool. Like, be yourself, fool. I hear a lot of people tell me, I want to try comedy, bro. And my advice is, fucking do it, bro. Sooner than later. Yes, you may fail. Yes, it probably may not work out. It doesn't work out for everybody, all right? But the point is, you need to try it, fool. If it's really in there. I hate that I started so late in my life. I wanted to start at 20. I started at 29. I wanted to start since I was 18, dog. I should have started at 18. I wish I did, fool. That's one of my biggest fucking like regrets. So whatever, if you want to try comedy right now, do it. Get on it. And if you suck and if you're not good at it, keep trying until you feel this isn't for you, fool. But of course you're gonna fail. It's gonna be a struggle. It's not gonna be easy. But if you really want to do this, you're gonna stick with it and you're gonna get better. If you really want to do this and get good at it, you're gonna get better. And it all depends on how hard you try, how hard you get at it, how bad you want it, and just fucking do it and get peak. Consistency is the best, fool. The key. You gotta keep going on stage, keep getting back up. Keep getting back up, even when they're not laughing, fool. Now, there's going to be a point where, like, you're going to decide for yourself if this is what it is or this not. You have to answer that yourself, fool. Because with all this, with me encouraging you to get up on stage, I also got to let motherfuckers know that this is not for everybody. That is not for everybody, fool. All right? And that's okay. That's cool. The point is trying it and seeing for yourself, fool. That's it.
Cool, man.
All right?
My words of wisdom, bro, I've always said this, is it's never too late.
And it's never too late.
You're an example of that, bro.
Oh, you're right. There's fools that started at 40-year-olds that started and are fucking funny, dog, and good and whatever, dog. It doesn't. Yeah, it's never too late, fool. It's not. I just wish I started younger, but that's my regret. But start whenever, fool, for sure.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you. What you got coming up next? Where can they go see you?
Well, right now, July has been pretty chill for me, fool. But back in August, I'm back on the road in August. I'm coming out to Houston Improv August 2nd, Arlington Improv August 3rd, Merced, California August 4th, and then we're going out to with the Toxicos. We're back together. We're getting back together. We're going to Albuquerque, Las Cruces, y El Paso. August 18th, 19th, and 20th. Albuquerque, Las Cruces, and El Paso, 18th, 19th, and 20th of August. You can find me at comedian Jerry G on Gmail, TikToks, Twitters, all that shit, fool.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Hey, thanks for coming, bro. I really appreciate it.
I
know Sunday is kind of stressful. It's family day normally. People like to chill.
I got to pick these motherfuckers up right now, but it's all good. Yeah.
Pero gracias, carnal. Honestly, thanks for coming through, bro.
Oh, yeah, this is fun, fool.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, motherfuckers.
Thanks for coming out, man.
I'm out.
Everybody, peace out.
Peace out. Have a good one.